Welcome to this module on the National Human Rights Commission. In this module, we are going to look at the members and the functions of the Human Rights Commission. Generally, the National Human Rights Commission is composed of former Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of India. The retired Chief Justice of the Supreme Court is entitled to be the member and the chairman of the National Human Rights Commission. The present chairman of the National Human Rights Commission is Arun Kumar Mishra, as you can see on the picture here. The former judge of the Supreme Court, who all can be the members of the National Human Rights Commission. One, former Supreme Court judge, a former Chief Justice of a High Court, and two other members who have knowledge and practical experience in matters relating to human rights. So, who all are composed as members of National Human Rights Commission? One, the former Chief Justice of the Supreme Court or a judge of the Supreme Court, former Chief Justice of a High Court, and two other members who have a wide knowledge with related to the issues of human rights and who also have worked practically with regards to the human rights. They can be lawyers, they can be journalists who can be taken into these positions. So, in the Human Rights Commission, we generally have 3 to 4 members. Two are, one, the Supreme Court judge, former Supreme Court judge, two, the former Chief Justice of High Court, and two members who have knowledge and practical experience relating to human rights. So these are the members of the National Human Rights Commission. Now, let us look at the functions of the Human Rights Commission. The Commission functions include inquiry at its own initiative. One, the Commission can take its own initiative to inquire, or it receives a petition presented to it by a victim into a complaint of violation of the human rights. The Commission will look into the issue, one, by own or by a complaint which it receives. This is the first function what is done by the Commission. Coming to the next function, it visits the jails to study the condition of the inmates. So it visits the jails to check their conditions. That is the second responsibility or the function of the Human Rights Commission. And the third one is undertaking and promoting research in the field of human rights. Third one is to promote research activity in the field of human rights. So these are the main functions of the Human Rights Commission. In this module, we learned who are the members or what are the prerequisites for anyone to be a member of a National Human Rights Commission. Not anybody can be the member of National Human Rights Commission because it needs a lot of experience with regards to law and the matters related to law. It needs a knowledge and also the practical experience. Not all citizens of our country have a knowledge and practical experience related to law and human right issues. So there are clear specifications about the members. One, you should be a former judge of a Supreme Court or a former Chief Justice or a former Chief Justice of a High Court are eligible to be the chairperson of the Human Rights Commission. And two members who have wide knowledge and practical experience in related to the matters of human rights are eligible to be the members. And what are the functions that the Human Rights Commission discharges. The Human Rights Commission can initiate an inquiry of its own if it finds any news or any issue is violation of the human right, or if it receives a petition represented by it a victim or a member who brought it to the notice about the victims. They can initiate an inquiry on that. They visit jails to look into the conditions of the people in the jail, that is inmates, and it also promotes research work in the fields of human rights. These are the functions of the National Human Rights Commission. Who is the present chairman of National Human Rights Commission? The commission receives complaints in thousands every year. There are a lot of issues which are brought to the notice of the commission every year. That issues are related to custodial death, custodial rape, disappearances, police excessiveness, failure in taking action, indignity to women. So these are the issues which are brought as complaints to the commission every year. In most significant interventions has been made is that disappeared youth in Punjab and the investigation and trial of Gujarat riot cases where its intervention proved very effective. So the National Human Rights Commission made its significant intervention in two cases. One, when there is youth which disappeared in Punjab, the National Human Rights Commission intervened there and insisted to have a quick inquiry on it. And also about the investigation and the trial of the Gujarat riots case where the intervention proved very effective. So in two cases, the intervention of the National Human Rights Commission proved to be very effective. The Commission does not have the power of prosecution, but it can merely make recommendations to the government to do the prosecution or to initiate the prosecution or complaint. It can also recommend the courts to initiate proceedings based on inquiries that it conducts. So what is the significant contributions that the National Human Rights can do is one, it receives a lot of complaints regarding the custodial death, custodial rape, disappearances of people, missing people, police behaving beyond the limit, failures in taking actions, and the situations where women are indignified. It proved to be very effective whenever it tried to intervene in two such situations. One, when there is a disappearance of youth in Punjab. The second is the trial related to the riot cases in Gujarat, one of the states of India. Now the commission cannot have or do the prosecution by its own. It can recommend to the government and also to the courts to initiate the proceedings based on the inquiry that the Human Rights Commission has done. So the Human Rights Commission is one body which can question the police action, the unlawful methods which are followed so that people can feel safe, and there is some authority to monitor the custodial deaths, custodial rapes, failures in the taking of action, police excessiveness, disappearance of people, and indignity of women. The Human Rights Commission can also recommend the government to start the procedures and also the courts to initiate the proceedings based on the inquiry report what the Human Rights Commission submits. So these are the major significant efforts what the National Human Rights Commission can do to the Indian society.